a Panthera MPU sent to me for rehab. And somebody had been working on this one before. They had replaced all the 7448s here, which ended up being blown. I suspect at some point in time somebody had connected the displays with power on, and that always results in either the 7448s or the upstream 74175s being blown. U4 was blown, so I replaced that. It's odd for U4 to be blown without the switch matrix chips to be blown, but they were all fine. I socketed U2 and U3 because I suspected them. I had a little corrosion on there, but they're fine also. Also socketed the CPU because I suspected it. Now, somebody had already done some work here in the reset section, but I scraped all that stuff off there because it's just not reliable, and implemented the DS1811 mod there. Much better solution. Installed NVRAM, socketed a couple other chips, took care of a little corrosion, added the slam switch mod, and as soon as I can formal coat this bare copper, this board's ready to go back to its Panthera owner. Oh, also, this was one of the original 5 games MPUs with this serial number, and it came with dual ROMs. So I modified the board so it would accept a single ROM and burnt a single ROM, so we're good to go. Here's the back of the board modification, one of them that's required, and the other one's over here by the where the 5101 is. I've got the board in my Panthera, or Spider-Man. Let's boot it up. 5-second delay, and all displays come on. You can see my player 1 is a 7-digit display. I was messing with that at some point in the past. So let's put the game into test. I've got my homemade replica of a Pinatech tester. So I'm going to skip right to test 16, which is the lamp matrix test. Sorry about my furnace switching on. And again, this is a Panthera ROM driving a Spider-Man playfield light, so it's a little unusual. I put LEDs in this Spider-Man. Generally, I'm not a fan of that sort of thing, but the LEDs just make these lamp insert colors pop. That's what a lot of people say. Test 17 is coil test. And you could hear that all those were operating. 18 is display test. I'm sorry, it's switch test. So I'm going to go through all of column 1 except for the switch 7, or switch 8, which is the, I'm sorry, switch 7, which is the diagnostic switch. And then I'm going to go through all of row 1. And you can see everything's working there. Sometimes I like to go a little diagonal. I won't do 77 because that terminates diagnostics. Next test is display test. And this was really messed up when this board came in. It wouldn't display anything except zeros on all displays. And it's the first time I've ever seen a game where it would kind of play blind, as they say in a video game community. So I knew what it was doing, but it was still throwing me for a loop. It took a little while to get things diagnosed properly and corrected. Now, the gentleman that sent me this board also sent me a display. I'll test that display after we're done here and see if we can get that one working again for him. So you can see all the display digits and all the display segments are all working now. I'll let this 5 go through. I wish you could advance this quicker on Gottlieb games, but there's just no way to do it. So between all the digits that have been displayed here just now. You can see that all the segments are working. You'll see a little bobble here and there between the digits. That's normal for Gottlieb games. Let me advance to test 20, which is the ROM test. And it's gonna say 99, which is correct. So this board, or MPU board, is good to go. And I'm going to get it back to its owner. Thank you so much for sending it. I'm glad I could get it done before Christmas.